Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, joined by Duck Dynasty star Sadie Robertson, who has a whole new novel out. Make sure to check it out, and season 10 of Duck Dynasty on the way. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. All right, Sadie Robertson, so you're now a novelist. I mean, dude, you're too young to be doing all this stuff. You've been on Dancing with the Stars, hit reality show with Duck Dynasty, novel. What? I was like your age and I was like in a gutter somewhere. How'd you write a novel? Walk me through it.
Well, it's really crazy. I would have never thought I'd be writing fiction because I had like the lowest reading grade in school and like always struggled with that.
You can't admit that.
Well, I mean, you got to keep it real. My book is Life Just Got Real. So, yeah, so it was really crazy. But my mom was like, I think this could be huge. Like, I think that girls can relate all over the world. I think that you could have even more of a platform to like speak to young women. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll do it. So we ended up getting a co-writer, and she came and she stayed with us at my home, and we told stories and we laughed, and then we came up with our own story, and it actually turned out really awesome.
Yeah, no, it's a cool little book. So when you're writing it, there's so many themes from your own life that are in this book. Faith, reality show, although a different type of reality show. I want to talk about, obviously, faith, huge part of you and your family. Talk to me about how you were able to work faith into this book.
Well, faith kind of works into everything that I do because, that's like what I base my life off of. And so everything that I do, my faith is included. So with the book, I wouldn't just write a fiction book to write a fiction book. I'm going to write a fiction book because I want it to have a purpose and a meaning. And I want it to speak to girls all over. And I think that even if you're not a Christian, you can definitely read this book and take a lot from, because it just has everyday problems that you go through as a girl. But it also has fun things like the promposals, and those kind of
Going
things
on a reality show.
Well, those little things too. But, I think that it's easy to incorporate my faith with everything because that's what I live for.
When you look at writing a book and you're young, how much of your life actually goes into it? Like, are these characters in your life somewhere?
These characters are definitely in my life. There's two main characters, AJ Smith and Kate Kelly. AJ is kind of like the girl that was me before Duck Dynasty, before the fame, before reality TV, just really close to her dad, hunting and fishing, that kind of girl, lives in Louisiana. Then Kate Kelly is kind of me now with the whole prom just line and the reality show and the crazy lifestyle. And at first they don't like each other, but then they realize that each other's differences actually makes a really unique strength. And so
what you're saying is new Sadie didn't like old Sadie back before?
It was just a lot different.
How's that been different for you? Obviously, normal girl to now you were on a show that's been watched by 10 plus millions. You were on Dancing with the Stars. How has that been different for you? How do you adapt to something like that?
I think what's important is knowing that you're not changing. Like your heart, your soul, you're not changing. Just the lifestyle is changing.
See, I would have been a train wreck. I would have been in LA train wrecking it up.
Well, and lots of people do. And people always say, like, how do you not let, like, that change you? And I just think that the true fact is, like, you're not changing. Just the lifestyle around you is. And if you let it change you, then it can get really bad really fast.
Are there moments that it's tough? Are there moments where the fame or social media or things can become overwhelming?
No doubt, yeah. I mean, I think that there's definitely good things about social media, but there's also very negative things about social media. And you even see that in my book. I kind of talk about some things that were hard for me at first with the whole fame, but then ended up being really cool.
When was there a moment for you personally where you acclimated, where you're like, okay, I'm comfortable with what's going on in my life right now?
Talk about this moment where AJ in the book, she's about to go into like the reality TV world, and she's going to join Kate, and she's like, I don't think I can do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want any part of this. I don't want people looking at me. I don't want people looking up to me. And the showrunner says to her, she's like, girl, like, do it. This could be a huge platform. This could like be an awesome thing for your life. You're looking at it in a negative lens. And she goes, but I'm just so scared. And she said, you need to be fearless. And for the people that follow me know I have a tattoo that says fearless, because that is something that I went through. I was scared because it is hard. People are looking at you. People are going to comment about you. There's going to be negative things out there about you, but you have to just remember like why you're doing it. I'm a voice that a lot of girls get to look up to. I've talked about so many things that people have been able to relate to, so it's all worth it at the end of the day.
How do you use social media because you are designing dresses? Again, the stuff at your age, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I couldn't even spell my name correctly, let alone write books. Or how do you manage all this at such a young age, but still go to school, still have family values? I mean, how do you do it all? How do you juggle?
Honestly, I don't even know how to answer that because I don't know. It's just one day at a time. Like, literally, I just graduated high school, and I was telling my friend, I don't even know how I'm going to, like, do all this without high school because I've been, like, juggling it all, and, like, now it's one less thing, and it's, like, weird to me. I kind of like being super busy. I like it.
When you look at Duck Dynasty, we were just joking around, season 10, I mean, that's crazy to me. Like, it's, like, impossible to get a show on TV, period. Here you guys are, season 10. When you look back from then to now, how have you changed? Where do you see, because you've grown up in front of America's eyes, how have you changed?
I think I've just grown a whole lot. I think that I had to grow a lot faster than a lot of people do because, you know, whenever you're out in the media, like, it either matures you really fast or you get immature really fast. And because of my family, like, keeping me grounded, I think I've gotten a lot more mature, and that's helped me a lot in my life.
Your family stands for so much great stuff. I love them. I've had them all in multiple times. They're the best. You talk about it with the reality show in the book. It's a little more towards what reality shows can be. But the Duck Dynasty is a totally different type of concept. What's been some of the great feedback you've gotten over these 10 seasons about what you and your family have done?
I think the greatest feedback is just when people say, like, wow, it's so cool how many ratings y'all got whenever y'all don't have drama and you don't have, like, you're not fighting all the time and y'all don't, like, hate each other. And that's so good to see because people really do want to see positive stuff. They want to see a light in the darkness, but more darkness gets talked about than light. So it's good to have that little breath of fresh air in the middle of everything.
How has it changed your perspective on what you want to be 5, 10, 15 years down the road? Being on TV, has it changed where you want to see your life end up, potentially?
Definitely. You know, used to, before this whole thing, I would have, like, a plan. Like, okay, I want to do this, I want to be here, there, and, like, now I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I literally don't. I'll get a call, and I need to be in LA, and then it happens. You know, it's crazy. So you can't plan, and it's a lot more, like, go with the flow, but it's amazing, and I wouldn't trade that. I love that.
How hard was it to write a book? You got it, like, even with a co-writer, how hard is it? It's crazy to me.
It is pretty hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot that goes into it, but the finishing product is so good, and I'm very confident in it, so it's all good.
What do you hope people take away from this book?
I hope girls especially take away from this book that, you know, you can be so different than somebody else, but still love them and still use what they have to benefit the world. Y'all together can be great. And I think that sometimes we get stuck up on, like, oh, they're not like me, so I don't like them. Instead of, like, they're not like me, so I'm going to get to know them. And maybe this could be something awesome. And I think that that's going to be a new thing that girls can see that's actually a beautiful thing instead of a negative thing.
You look at obviously because of the social media following you guys have, you yourself are now a voice for young women. What do you hope when people look at your life, when they hear you speak, when they see what you're doing, what do they hope they take away from where you're at right now and where you're going?
Well, what I always say, and everybody knows that my faith is important. Everybody knows I put God first. And Christine Kane actually says it best. I just hope that the light of Jesus inside of me always shines brighter than the spotlight that's on me.
I like that. Mm-hmm. When you look at moving forward in terms of writing, is this something you want to keep doing?
Yeah, I actually think this is going to actually turn into a series because it ends in just a little bit of a cliffhanger to keep you guessing, so I'm excited about that.
Congratulations, Sadie. You're awesome. I still can't believe it, like, to be this young and have this all going on. It's just so cool. Check out her new book, everybody.